Hello, good evening. How is everyone? I'm Brian Lee, the chain networker. I'm the host for tonight. Tonight is a very special night because this is the first session that is conducted in English. We have been conducting this for the past 3 weeks in Mandarin. So the show is made possible by our presenter, KOL International Beauty Pageant 2020, and also our organizer, KOL Entertainment Production, co-organized by Ageless International Beauty Pageant, Miss and Mrs. India, Malaysia, Works Engineering Model Search, and thank to our sponsor, Miss H9HGH, that's our sponsor. So tonight we have a very interesting and special topic. So before I bring in the guest speaker, can you move your finger down there at your phone or your computer and share to as many people as you can so they can also take part in this session. So tonight we will have a topic called hybrid and virtual KOL pageant. And the person is going to deliver this is he's the founder of Miss and Mrs. India, Malaysia. Let's welcome Mr. Rubern. How are you, Rubern?
Hey, nice seeing you again. You look good.
You look great. Have you taken your dinner or supper?
Yeah, I had. We had a good dinner with family since it's a weekend. So we spent some time with family and just back to be with others online now. Of course, with you. Nice seeing you again. How about you? Had your dinner?
Yeah, I had my dinner. Waiting to have my supper later after the
Cool,
show.
man. Cool.
Yeah, how's your bag? I heard that you have some.
Yeah.
Bag.
Right. I had a fall. So we had a fall and had a slide, the muscle pull at the lower back. So went for some physiotherapies and all that. Now back in action. Back in life.
Yeah, tonight topic is very interesting. It's about hybrid and virtual KOL pageant. Before I drill into that hybrid and virtual KOL pageant, maybe you can share with me how's your journey. What makes you go and founded this Miss and Mrs. India, Malaysia?
Okay, this is a good question because I was from the movie industry actually. We were more into doing special effects, animations, and this kind of work for a lot of corporate companies, film industry. So when we were doing that, we were like looking for a lot of models, a lot of talented women who can participate as a model in our program and all that. But during like 10 years back in 2010, we found lack of people into that type of industry, which is beauty pageant. And we would the titles which we used to know is like Miss World, Miss Universe, that kind of titles. So that's where made me to go in to come out with a title which goes along with the Indian category to test in the market how does it works and all that. So we came out with Miss India first. We didn't have a Misses. We had a Miss India. Then we participated in Miss India worldwide.
Wow.
We had around 50 to 55 countries where we worked alone in few countries. I was in South Africa. I was in Durban, South Africa, then Suriname, then in Dubai. And I hosted first time in Asia for Miss India worldwide in 2013. I brought in more than 50 over country to Malaysia. And that's the way that we start exploring pageant into a bigger scale, where we went to world and now we have more than 100 countries which our friends, our family, and the journey begins. And once I'm done with Miss, then I started doing for the Misses. I'd start doing for a Misses to bring that category in and give them another mileage. Give them another mileage, another recognition by the public, by the people that a mother, a single mother, a wife, anyone after marriage life, they still can perform on the stage very beautifully and very talented. So I brought in Misses and I also brought in the Tourism Malaysia on board. We were the first pageant in Malaysia to be endorsed by Tourism Malaysia and was attended by the minister himself for our Miss and Mrs. India 2014.
So very good.
So that's how we.
are two separate events or they are
No, it's
so
together.
it's separately?
No, it's together. I was the first one to do both together. It was not a separate event, and we managed
Mhm.
to put it together. We managed to bring the husbands on stage. That was the most beautiful
Oh,
thing. That was the best
husband
part
or
when
boyfriend? Husband or
oh,
boyfriend?
there's more detail there. But that was the best part when we had the husbands like we were telling them last minute before the grand finale. We told
Oh,
them that if you don't go on the stage, then we're going to have your wife disqualified. And then they was like, hey, you can't do that. So I said, for a wife, you have to go on stage and support them. So they went. All of
oh,
them went. Some with the belly, big belly, some with six packs, and so it was fun. And minister loved it so much. They say this way to doing a pageant when we have the whole family on stage. We had a
yeah.
miss, we had a missus, we had husbands. So that was fun. That was fun, and that's where we go along with it. And we had a lot of sponsors came on board. One
Mm,
of it is EP. EP was with us for the past 4 years, 5 years.
mm,
When they came in and they supported us the early stage of using their apps and all these things. So a lot of good people came on board to push us forward and do better. So within these 10 years, I've done African pageant. That's the Miss Tourism Africa Malaysia for the first time. I
mm.
did for Chinese pageant, Miss Kel welfare pageant, and we did for Punjabi. So a lot of pageant, and last year was the best. We did for the deaf people, for the
Mm.
deaf, and that was
Like that,
full.
like that.
Yes, like that, the sign
That's
language
nice.
and all
Mm,
that. And that was fully sponsored by EP and all these people. So we wanted to go one more stage, and this 10 years experience was cool enough, good enough for us to think something on virtual, on future, on digital world when the COVID came in lah. So we stopped at COVID, and everything was for the full stop. Nothing was moving, and
mm.
now we are here online with you.
How is a Malaysian those pageant Indian pageant winner from Malaysia? How are they when you're going to the world stage? Are they top 3 or top 10? Where are we standing?
Yeah, we do have various. Past 10 years, we were even top three. The Malaysia one, which I hosted, was the top three, second
Mhm.
runners up. And we have top 10, top five in South Africa, in Suriname. So it's various because when we say about beauty pageant, most of them, not all of them are good.
Mm,
You can't say someone is not good and all that. All of them good. That's why they are representing a country. But
mm,
sometimes, some will have some nervous, on stage they feel nervous. Some of
mm,
them overconfident. Some of them will, all this will make them to lose one or two slight marks where,
mm,
somehow you can only have one winner. But
mm.
overall, all of them are beautiful in by their own. They have their own talent. They have their own beauty for themselves. So it's good. Winner is just a number.
Mm.
What we want is what do they learn from the platform, that empowerment. We speak about empowerment, women empowerment. What did they learn from us? What they learn from themselves? How did they put it on the stage? The confident level. Beauty pageant is not just how beautiful you, because makeup will help them to do all that. Sorry for being very frank. So the most important thing is how they carry themselves, their attitude. So all this makes them so much difficult in their own life. Beauty
Yeah.
pageant is just a platform, that doesn't decide your destination, but that makes a lot of difference for their destination, for the first step for them to build their confidence and all that. So our pageant worked very well. A lot of our girls from Miss India have moved forward to Miss World, Miss Universe. So I think KOL International Beauty Pageant going to come out with something quite interesting after this.
Do you foresee that you're doing these virtual or hybrid things this year, or in other words, is it the CEO of the company or the founder who push ahead to go online, or because of COVID-19 who push you to go online?
Is he online or beside you there? See, KOL International Beauty Pageant, the word international itself is going to represent the world. It's
Mm,
international pageant. And due to COVID, so this pandemic have stopped a lot of things, whether it's good way or bad way. Everyone is affected from economy wise, from lifestyle. All right, so that had made such a way that we've been very quiet for past few months. I think from January onwards, all of us are quiet because we were a little bit worried what move to make.
mm,
But after looking at, since we were in this digital world, we've been in this virtual line and all these things. So
mhm,
we feel that we have extra mileage, we have extra what they call experience, where we can put it in this beauty pageant to make it happen. So I feel maybe this year, this year we'll take it off. We will take off this year because a lot of people patiently been waiting. They've been asking when is it going to on, when is it going to on, because we can't stop models. These girls are always wanted to do something, to perform something, to show something, what they have with them, within them. So I think QL production, entertainment production, I think the CEO made a good decision. He made a
mm.
good decision of, he didn't push me, Mike, but slightly was pushing like Rubern fast, Rubern fast, Rubern. Other than that, is a gem person, not an
Mm,
issue at all. So we are trying to make it happen this year, but we will start with KOL International Pageant, which represent in Malaysia. Means we're going to do a pilot project in Malaysia, and while we already have more than 35 countries waiting to participate, we
that's
are
very good.
targeting, yeah, we are targeting for almost 100, but we still need to have a pilot project. Whatever you do, even though we feel that we are good, we still have to do a test run. All right.
Mm,
So with the platform which we have now, all the social media, messaging media, one of it, like now people are famous using Zoom and all that. So now we
mhm,
have EPTV and all these things. So we trying to collaborate with all these facilities and services what we have, and we'll start doing the Malaysian selection. That is which already started. We already have a contestant already start to register. They already
mhm.
start preparing themselves because it's going to be very new experience for everyone.
Yeah.
Normally, when you call for audition, you normally we will call them for audition or interview to the office, to the hotel, to have to make them to perform how they do their walk, their speech, and so on. But now, since social distancing is one part of a crucial matter which everyone have to focus on that, we are trying to use the digital world. We're trying to use this online system, all these apps, application to bring them on board. So
Mhm,
it's going to be very interesting, but we still have to train them up. We have a good team. I think the CEO have set up a good team, a huge team to support us on technical things, because most of them going to be going through a new experience
mm.
by involving in this pageant actually.
Yeah. Because there's no reference. Everyone start from zero, to use the virtual world to conduct the beauty pageant. So,
True.
so what are the challenges? Because there's no reference, you cannot refer to any like overseas pageant which are doing it online. What are the challenges that you foresee? Being the first time to organize this KOL International Beauty Pageant 2020,
You
Ruben.
see, basically like this, when we have beauty pageant, normally the organizer will do all the setups. When you
Mm,
call someone to come for an interview, they just come, they make up themselves, they drive, they groom themselves, and they come for an interview audition.
mm,
But now it's going to be the other way around. You need to set everything yourself, and you have to get a proper place for you to start communicating with us, come online in webcam, video
mhm,
calls, and all these things. So it's going to be a challenge in how are you going to prepare yourself. It's not a challenge, but again, it's like it's going to be a learning process for them. Before this, we were depending on the makeup artist. We are depending on the cameraman. We are depending on the DOP. We're depending on the choreographer who set up the venue for them to come for an interview audition. Now they have to do it themselves. So when
Oh.
they do themselves, then that's where we're going to involve more into educating them. We're going to tell them how and what are the preparation they have to do, so that they look presentable. So they come online because millions. I think EP has more than 300 million active users and 500 million downloaders and all that. So it's not going to be a small matter because a lot of people are watching them. Now, normally when you go for audition, it's either the organizer or judges. Only they look at them, maybe 2 or 3%. Now we have the whole world going to watch on them. So it's a pride, it's a dignity. Again, it's how they carry themselves. So it's going to be a bit challenging for us as organizer, so that because we have to make them to look more presentable when they come online. So preparing them is going to be a challenge, because all this while we are more into physical preparation. We see them physically, we can talk to them, but now it's going to be everything into technology wise. We're not going to see them, but we use all these gadgets to do all these things. So technically, we're going to have some complications due to not everyone is in this industry. They are coming into this industry to collaborate with us. And the beauty pageants, girls are coming on board. Most of them are brand new, means they never attend any function, any beauty pageants before. Maybe we'll have slight percentage, but preparation is going to be a tough for us. Preparing them, preparing ourselves, accepting that culture of going into virtual is going to take some time.
So, having said that, the contestant participant need to invest on certain technology gadget like wireless kind of mic or anything, just in case they need to perform something dances.
Now, what happens now is most of them are using good phones. They all are using. No one is using those days phones and all that. Every phones are equipped with good camera. It's all with good facilities. They comes with all these gadgets. They have better headphones. It's just that how do they assemble all these things? All this while maybe they've been using it for listening songs and so on. They never face any interview online where three judges coming online and looking at them. They have to do some catwalks online. They have to do it from their end, and we have to see from here how do they. So they have to make sure that their backgrounds are good. Cannot be like toilet. Those days people took selfie. They don't even know what is the background. Whether it's a toilet or whatever it is. So all this adjustment they have to do. They have to prepare their good environment, a presentable way of them coming on board online for us to value how good they are and all that.
Is the environment need to be indoor or outdoor?
Basically, indoor is the best because due to ambience. When you're outdoor, the ambience is always a disturbance. If a car moves in or a bird kicks or anything happens, that will be a disturbance for them. It's better for them to be in an indoor, maybe in a room or their private hall, whatever place where they feel it comfortable. When they feel it comfortable, there's no disturbance, there's no ambience, nothing. Then it'll be good for both ways, both sides of it, from them, from the contestant side, and also from our side as an organizer. Easy for us to work on that.
Yeah, but what are the languages used? You can accept to become a contestant. Sometimes one come in with Telugu, or Tamil, or Hindus, or whatever.
See, what happens now is among the beauty pageant organizers is Malaysia. I was well known for accepting contestants who can speak mother tongue language. If my contestant don't speak mother tongue language, then I don't accept them. Means they have to speak their like Telugu or Tamil, Punjabi, whatever, but they still have to speak them. It's the identity of a human being, the language what we speak. All right, English is a universal language which everyone have to know. That's it. So same goes when I did the Chinese pageant. Also, the first thing is, you can speak Mandarin. Yeah, okay, fine, you are in. You can't, then sorry, because it's a Chinese pageant. So, but now language is not a barrier, but knowing it added advantage because it's part of, it's totally another concept and reasons for having a language on board. But now, since it's international pageant and all that, we're going to go on English.
English only.
English, yeah.
What about
Only
some
English.
what are some Mandarin speaking? Do you accept that? Or
Okay, what happens now is like how we did for a world pageant. We do have people come from Italy, German, so they don't speak English. They have their own language. Japanese speaks their own Japanese language. They don't speak English. They'll have translators.
their own one, or the organizer will prepare?
Normally, the if we are doing we are the host for a world pageant, then we will prepare the translator. So we'll talk to the embassies. We'll get the translator certified by the embassy from the country to send a representative, so that we have a quality, good and perfect type of translator. Because translating a language with another person don't understand is very important, and it's quite dangerous if you translate in the wrong way. So there's another different process when we have. But in Malaysia, I think most of them can speak Bahasa Malaysia, all right, our national language. Other than that, now I think the youngsters can speak English very well. All right. On top of that, maybe their language, maybe they are not fluent in their language, possible, but we can encourage them to speak more. You see, we can't penalize them. We can't judge how good they are with the language. Language is that a part of their life. That's it. But if you wanted to tell someone can't speak English, you can't be a model, that's wrong. All right. So what we'll do is we'll encourage them more to speak in their mother tongue language, but same time knowing the English, Malay, our national language, is very much important, because that makes well with the purpose of why we are organizing this kind of beauty pageant.
So you have mentioned just now you have done the pageant for the deaf. For this KOL International Beauty Pageant, can a deaf person take part in this KOL?
I requested to the CEO that we need to bring them on board. See, basically, you see, Brian, you need to understand something that even everyone who's watching now, they need to understand that the deaf is not a sickness. The deaf is not a disability. The deaf has their own language. For example, I speak Tamil, you wouldn't understand, I guess so. If you speak Mandarin, I don't understand. So these are நல்லா இருக்கேன்பா. நீ ஹாமா?
How? Don't try me.
So
I can speak. Punya rendah bulan ranji ada era itu umur pata. Okay lah.
Iya, sansa ulio cipa. Alright, can lah. No problem.
Apa coming back lagi? Apa?
Yeah. So basically, the deaf is accepted because deaf is a beautiful language. The sign language is a beautiful language. When I did my 2013 winner was a deaf contestant from UK.
Oh.
For the first time in history, I accepted only one deaf, and she won that pageant. That was in 2013. She represented United Kingdom, UK, and she was here last year. And she might be joining us for KOL International if this traveling and COVID is everything is fine. We can call her on board also to come online soon, where she will have a translator who speaks English with a sign language and all that. So it's going to be interesting, because you see, if you travel in MRT station, in MRT train, if you see two deaf speaking or communicating each other, you don't understand anything. The same thing, like I don't understand Chinese, you don't understand. They had another language which is sign language, but it's a beautiful language. I learned that, and communicating with them, we can know that how silence is the world.
I've been to one of the event by the Deaf Association. Totally silent the whole session. That's why I know this one. That's why I know the sign.
You tell me about it. You know what happened when I organized the beauty pageant? That was the first time for the deaf. So I was busy outside welcoming the guests and all that. I was running around and all that. The hall was getting full with contestants and their family members and all that. But normally what happens in a beauty pageant will be very noisy from the lobby and turns up to the hall. But my pageant was very quiet. So I called my boys and said, wait, hall got no people or what? Why so quiet? because we had not only deaf, but we also invited some friends and all that. So one of my manager and organizing team came and said, "No, lah, sir, the hall is full, but you just come and see." When I entered, all of them like sign language was silenced to the maximum. Means there's no noise at all, but they're enjoying their time by communicating each other. Means I didn't understand their language.
So you save the money for the microphone and also for the
No.
for the PA system.
No, we spend that money into translators. You see, normally when you do a beauty pageant for the audience, if they are deaf, they need to have someone on the stage who are looking at them, a sign language instructor. For that sign language, for the MC to talk from the floor, we need to have another sign language guy to give the signal to the floor, from floor to the stage, straight to the audience. That's another different experience working with them. Means you have to have the bouncing type of signal. The instructor goes there, then from there goes to the floor, do like that, they're happy.
That's the best experience ever.
Yeah.
Let's say we talk about pageant. A lot of time we say our Muslim friend, oh, pageant, they cannot take part. What about this KOL thing? Do you think for the Muslim ladies and girls, are they able to any restriction? Anything that they cannot step in? To join this KOL International Beauty Pageant.
See, beauty pageant for me, in my pageant for the 10 years, we were conducting cultural-based pageant. Cultural-based pageant means for the Chinese, they wear cheongsam. For the Indians, they wear sari. The Malays, they wear baju kebaya, baju Melayu. So when it's cultural-based, if it's legal and it's good, I don't find anything is wrong. But what happens in the concept of beauty pageant for the Muslim, I mean, I'm not telling to particularly who, what, and all that. This is my own personal opinion. Maybe due to those days where most of the pageants, they do have bikini round and all that. That was not suitable for the Muslims. So that might be a barrier or something which have stopped them to coming into this pageant. But when I did for the deaf pageant, of course, I had Muslims on board. We have Muslims. I did a multiracial deaf pageant. So I had these Chinese who wore their cheongsams, and the Chinese, the Indians was wearing sari or the suit, the Punjabi suit, they call it. That the Malays was wearing the kebaya, baju Melayu. Because that's a fashion too. All right. As long as you follow the criteria, the guidelines, they do have some guidelines. But that guidelines you have to refer back to the cultural ministry. We need to speak to them. We have to present to them. They will bring in their expertise to sit with us for discussion. They will tell that whether the guidelines is okay or we need to do some alteration on that. So the problem comes when you do without consulting anyone. When you come into culture, when you come into religious, it's a very sensitive issue. It's better for us to discuss with proper people, organizations, ministry, so that they will give you a proper guidance. By following the guidance, I don't find anything wrong for the Muslims to join.
If your pageant is endorsed by the Ministry of Tourism, is it good or go ahead for the Muslim to join or not?
Oh, yes. You see, we do have models for the Muslim side, but they use hijab, and they use baju kurung, tudung. They use this kind of looks beautiful. When we did a beauty pageant, we even did for sari for the Muslims with the hijab. Means they have a cover like the tudung, but comes together with a sari design, which looks beautiful. Some of them, even we designed the sari with the blouse, which looks like a cheongsam neck. The cheongsam had that kind of tight neck. We had that kind of neck, which covered as a blouse for a sari. So the Chinese was blended with the Indian. The Indian was blended with the Muslim. So we can blend each other, but have to do it in a proper manner. Like what I said earlier, If the tourism endorse it, the tourism welcomes, then why not? Why not? I'll be very much happy for the Muslims to join, because we do have Indonesia, we do have Middle East countries who are started actually doing a pageant using their own cultural way and all that. So I don't find anything wrong for us to do that. But again, we still have to refer to the ministry on the approval and guidance and all that.
Yeah, yeah, because we look at this pageant because it's international. That's why we maybe foresee some participants from all over the world, at least 35 countries. They
Yeah.
can come in to become this contestant for the KOL. So
Correct.
far, let's talk about the sponsor. Let's say from the real face-to-face type of pageant, how's the sponsor compare if you conduct something like virtual, like KOL International Beauty Pageant? What is the perception of the sponsors? You know that without sponsor, the pageant cannot move forward.
Cannot move forward through. You see, basically, the sponsors comes in because they need some mileage.
Uh-huh.
All right. So basically, if I wanted to sponsor for an event, what do I get? Very simple, direct question. There's nothing there to hide on. If I sponsor, what do I get? So now, for example, or like now, what we are doing now, KOL International Beauty Pageant is working along with EP. All right. What do EP has? EP has a good database. EP has a good users, which not one, two. We have more than 32 countries using that application. Start. We have more than 300 million. These are what the sponsors are looking forward. How can we utilize this platform? How can we be on board? How can we also contribute so that this virtual hybrid event or beauty pageant goes on very well, and they can travel along with us to benefit from whatever we are gaining from this platform. So it's going to be a win-win situation, where those days we used to predict for a sponsor. We used to sell, we try our level best, we try to get the things for you. But now we no need to try, because there's a platform which is already very powerful, which is supporting that KOL International, which basically that's EP has all the platform, EP TV, EP apps, and everything is like beautiful, powerful. The users are quite active, following up, and so this is what the contestant wants, and that is what the organizers need, and the sponsors are looking for this. So three in one platform is going to be a power pack event. That's all I believe. It's going to be a power pack event, and it's going to be a good. We welcome more sponsors to come on board, because it's going to give a lot of mileage. That's all I can tell you. This is not simple. And another word I say, don't regret. Don't regret, because sponsors, don't regret. You have to come on board, because we have something for you, which is going to be beautiful, power packed, and it's going to be one of the best for maybe 2020. We'll do this year. Everything goes on well, maybe by end of the year, or what, will go for international grand finale and all that.
Wow, okay. For those who are out there who intend to be one of the sponsors for this KOL International Beauty Pageant, you can call this number below. This number, maybe we can show out at the banner down there. These are the 4 mobile numbers. Later, it will pop up the 4 mobile numbers you can call to inquire and how you can become the sponsor for this KOL International Beauty Pageant. And for those intend to join in as the contestant, if you are aged between 21 and 45, ladies, of course, regardless whether you're single, married, you can come in to participate. Go to our our page, Facebook page, our Instagram, and also our EP page to find out more details. How about media coverage? Of course, we always must say that media.
Same. When you say about media, I mean, before that, when you mentioned earlier about the ladies can, whoever is married, single, and all that, can participate. That's another beautiful thing which KOL International Beauty Pageant introducing using this platform. Normally, we'll have Miss, Mrs., Teen. We have a lot of category for the women in a different age and all that. You see, some of them are married at a very young age. They are Misses. All right, so they can't come into the Miss category. Some of them are married a little bit elder, and they say they can't come into this. They are older category. So what we did was, we are breaking that barrier again. We're going to break that again, and we're going to open it up. We don't matter whether you're a widow, you're a single mother, you're a married woman, you're a single lady. It doesn't matter. As long as you fall in that category, open for you to register yourself, compete each other, go for the best, prove it to the world that you are one of the best among the others. So that's one of advantage what we have, because we open up that, and we get, I think we quite a number of people love that, because they always like call and say, sir, I'm just married, but I'm only 21. I'm still Miss. So now we don't have that kind of issues anymore.
So it's based on age group category. It's not based on
Yes.
marital status.
Yes,
That's good. So this good news. So the registration is now open until the closing date is on the 30th of September this year. For those out there, quickly make a first move. Let's look at the age group category. Let's say it's those who are born in the 90s and millennial. Are they stand a very good chance of winning? Or what about those who are elderly, 40 something, born in the 80s or 70s? What kind of economic or job prospect for them in the future when they join this pageant and become one of the winner or title holder?
See, beauty pageant, based on age, based on the needs, it's all depend on the individual. See, when you say for the young women, young ladies, around age of 20 to 30 in that range, they always wanted to be in modeling. Whoever joins a beauty pageant, they want to go into modeling. They want to be famous, wanted to be a celebrity, wanted to go more into that, wanted to be example. They wanted to bring it up with a career together. So they wanted to build the confidence. So these are the progress happens into them when they start joining a beauty pageant. All right. So they have a motive. They have a reason. They wanted to be somebody. They wanted to prove it to the world that they can do something for the community, for themselves, for the family. So that kind of category age is more into that. But if you talk about these elderly people, elderly women, more than 40 years old, also joining beauty pageant, they want to do more into being example. At the age of 48 or 50, I still can be on the stage. Normally people say once you're married, your work is only at home taking care of children. That's it, this and all that. Your life is gone. We don't want them to feel that. So they will come out to show that I can be a woman out there to be example. It can be a grandmother, can be a mother, can be a wife. So this kind of category going to come out. This kind of people going to come out and show it to them. Life is beautiful. These kind of people have to come out and share all this kind of information so that helps the community. See, helping the community when the elderly generation comes into beauty pageant makes a lot of difference. Because now if we talk about the divorce rate is quite high for the young generation. All right, so who can talk about it? Not we. The people who are supposed to talk about it, people who've been going through a good experience of life. So when these kind of people come on board in our beauty pageant, they're going to share to them. Beautiful is not on life because they went to their age and now they are already 40, 50 years old, but they still can perform on the stage. They show. I'm very sure I had beauty pageant where 58 years old mom won the Mrs. pageant and all that due to a wonderful talent round she have performed. She have performed a good talent. So these are the hidden talent which been hiding behind them, maybe hiding in the kitchen, hiding in the their home. So we're going to have a lot of beautiful programs where we have good competitions, healthy competitions from talent round. We are working along with the CEO some new ideas. Maybe we'll bring in some simple cooking competitions. What kind of dish you can cook? put it live. Let's be watch how do you cook and all that. So let the young generation compete with the older generation in cooking. Something which is interesting for the viewers to watch. You can't be walking on this ramp all the while. People don't want to see you walking up and down all the time. You have to show to
Yeah.
them something else out from the
Yeah.
box. So we do have a list of activities. Once the selection is over, once the first round I've done, we're going to bring in a lot of beautiful events and programs where I think most of EP viewers, Facebook, all the social media we're watching, will be watching our continuous program and all that. They're going to get excited. They're going to participate too. So I think it's a good platform. I welcome whoever out there watching. Please register yourself. All right, whatever information is given in our scroll down there, in our website, in our portal, in our Facebook, right? Just go in, register yourself. Don't worry about anything. The game is on for you all.
Yeah. I would like to say that every young girl's dream, either they become a model, become an air stewardess, or become a fashion or entertainer, actor, actress. But now the aviation industry is so bad. There's no point for you to go into the aviation to become an air stewardess. Or same goes to the modeling industry. Same goes to the whatever entertainment actor, actress, or singer. That's why this KOL is actually it's not only a platform for the ladies to show themselves. It's also a economic job opportunity for them as well. Am I correct to say that? Or not?
Yes, true. You see, what happens now is when you say economy wise means we're teaching them how to live, how to earn, how to develop their financial status. All right. If anyone can give a speech, anyone can just tell you do this, do that, but who's going to give you the platform? Who's going to arrange for you all this? That's the beautiful platform which we have. For example, like how we have now in EP and social media, in Facebook and all that, we have a platform for them to earn. While they do their work, while they do their talent, they're going to get paid.
Mm.
So it's like, wow, before this, I don't get paid for anything. I'll try my luck. If I win, that's it. But this time, we're going to tell them how your talent. So how's your talent valuable for a public? How's your for your every move, every speech you make, every talent you show is going to turn to a cash. So that's the
Yes.
game all about it. It's going to turn back to you as a cash. It's not just like who are like and all these things. It's going to turn to a cash. So we
Yeah.
are going to create a platform for them to. I mean, in a very simple way, it's a KOL International Beauty Pageant Entrepreneurship Program. Also, will be a suitable title for them also.
Yes. Because I also would like to highlight that for them to be employable, we also need some industry, some company to get involved to hire
True.
them to become the KOL, the influencer, the spokesperson of their products.
Yeah.
So here I've got some good news to announce here. Maybe the back end can put down the information. It's basically we are involving in the exhibition. We also supporting partner for one of the SME e-fair, first ever SME e-fair online event. So
Beautiful.
yeah. So KOL Entertainment Production is also the supporting partner. So for those participants out there, we have the entrepreneur, the enterprise, the company already waiting to employ or to engage if you're one of the selected KOL or winner. And this event is going to be held on the 11th and 12th of August 2020 on the Tuesday and Wednesday. So from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. So what you need to do is you'll go into this link, which is www.smeefair.com.my/KOL. So this is the registration link. I repeat, www.smeefair.com.my/KOL. You register yourself and you log in during the 11th and 12th of August, then you can win some prizes. That's the beauty of it, to participate as a contestant in the KOL International Beauty Pageant. So how does it sound to all the listener out there? Don't hesitate anymore. Make the first move. Go to our website, go to our Facebook page, Instagram page, EP page, get all the information required. Find out how can you become the first round contestant. How many are we targeting, Rubern, for this first round?
For first round, we are targeting around 1,000 contestants.
1,000. How many from Malaysia? How many from Malaysia?
No, thousands also from Malaysia. We are going for a Malaysia first.
Oh, 1,000 from Malaysia.
Yeah, 1,000 from Malaysia. Then the rest, which is registering now from international, we are putting it aside because they fall into the international category. Now, since we are selecting for a Malaysia, since we are doing it as a pilot project, so we're going to get quite a number. We already get quite a number of contestants registering now, and I think after this we're going to have more. At least they have a clearer picture. And the listeners, whoever from the other part of the world, out from Malaysia, it can be from Indonesia, Singapore, Australia, wherever they are, they can register because we have a column there for which country they're representing and all that. And we will contact them once the registration is done. Once our backend system teams and admin reports back to us on the registrations and all that, then we follow up with that. But for now, we welcoming more Malaysians to join us because since social distancing and plus if you wanted to be an example, then we should do something and show an example. So I feel that KOL International Beauty Pageant Malaysia round is going to be a pilot project for us to show them the method. And see, a lot of people want a sample, like how, Brian, you asked me earlier. We don't have a sample. We don't have
no reference.
Right? No reference. So we do the reference. Doing a reference by writing it in a paper or animation doesn't make sense at all. Doing a reference by conducting a pilot project makes reality comes true. So we'll do that pilot project. I think the CEO of KOL Entertainment Production is working on that. They are doing a wonderful job getting things done with me and all that. And our team is getting bigger and bigger now. And later we'll ask for a lot of helpers, volunteers from our people, viewers and all that wanted to participate, help us out. So basically it's going to be interesting. It's not going to be a one-man show. It's going to be very cost effective. Very professionally will be done. And if COVID is over, means if we can move around and we can still have a physical pageant, that's where we'll have both. That's what it called as hybrid. Why I said hybrid was it's virtual plus what we used to do as a normal pageant. So towards the end of grand finale, we do have virtual studios now with a good setup. Towards international level, movie production level. We have spoken to some sponsors on that, technical team on that. So a big group is working on board to make it happen for KOL International Beauty Pageant. And Malaysia will be the first step. We will show to the world how does it works. And we will be that the sample or the reference for the whole world.
Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia boleh, man.
Boleh. Yeah. Just like you mentioned about cost effective, if you're looking at those non-virtual kind of pageant, there are a lot of costs, logistic costs. People need to, let's say, from Penang or from Sabah, Sarawak, they need to travel all the way to KL for the finale, hotel, and a lot of things.
Yeah, when you count all the expenses where they done, the expenses is more than the event cost.
Yeah,
because the logistic is quite heavy for people who are attending the beauty pageant, and some of them they feel so disappointed they can't attend because of the distance due to the costing and all that. Now nothing. It's everything in your fingertip. You just have to watch. You can tip. You can get a ticket done. You can contribute a lot of things. You can be a sponsor. Even you are having your own house-made products, gift products. You can be also a sponsor with us. You can participate with us. So the platform is going to be quite a beautiful platform. It's going to be quite interesting, where a lot of the merchants can come on board as sponsor. We can speak to them if they need a product ambassador from the contestants list, which we have the finalists. They have a lot of choices. Getting ambassador from our beauty pageant is something, another one mileage for the contestant and also for the sponsor. So we have an in-house in touch with them. So a lot of good things going to happen. And I think with this SME EFA .com, program and show, I think that's going to be more interesting. It's going to pull a lot of people on board. I think so.
Yeah, no more pushing of ticket. Come for the dinner, buy my ticket. That's the thing that I heard a lot from the contestant. I have to ask more people to come and buy more tables, to come and support me. For the organizer, also another headache. How am I going to sell more tickets because I already booked the whole hall?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. So this is nothing. Let IT take care of everything. You just need to move your finger, share, and click, like. That's it.
The best part is the contestant get revenue. They get paid. They get tips. They get a lot of things done by the platform. So that's going to be another beautiful thing, another mileage for the contestants to come on board, for people to register with us, try this pageant, go with it, get a new experience. It is going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, for all the listener out there, KOL International Beauty Pageant is a platform for you to earn money, unlike those conventional pageant where you need to spend a lot of money. That's the difference. So don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate anymore. Just move your finger, find out more information from our Facebook page, from our website, from our Instagram, and also our EP channel. So any last advice for the listener out there? How are you going to convince? It's your time to do your preaching. Come, ask them to come in.
See, nothing much to say, but because beauty pageant is a beautiful platform, the whole world knows about it. A lot of young girls, elderly people, different age category people, always looking for this kind of platform to come up, to show, to share to the world what are these women are capable of and all that. So I feel during this pandemic time, a lot of people having financial issues. There's a main issue actually. Financial status was quite not good, and they're looking for a lot of other substitutes, other things to go on with their life and all that. But beauty pageant is going to be a part of their platform. It's a platform, not only a beauty pageant. It's also for them to look for new opportunities. Yeah. All right. The new opportunities we are talking about making money. Very simple. Very directly, I can say, is how do you make money? How do you make your earning? How do you use that platform to go along with the sponsors, the corporate companies and all that who are coming on board with us? So we are going to do the bridging work here. We're going to bridge them between these two people, between the contestant and with merchant, contestant with our clients, sponsors. So we are going to do a heavy work on that. So if we want to do a heavy work, we are willing to do all this for the beautiful women out there. Come on board. Register yourself. Doesn't matter what your height is, what your size is. Forget about all these things. As long as your category falls on that age, you are in. You are in for the competition. You are in to show your talent. You are in to be one of our entrepreneur. You are in to earn for whatever we are there willing to give for you. So don't miss this chance. Don't miss this opportunity, especially when EP and few other sponsors are coming on board to give you a beautiful platform, a platform which everyone been waiting for it. And we have doing these studies since last year, and since middle of the years when we had a lot of complaints, lot of people been so grumpy about that. Events are not happening, programs are not happening, everyone's stuck at home, no new opportunities. We are now here for you. We are here to give you opportunity. Beautiful pageant, beautiful platform, beautiful people connecting to all the world, not one, two people. If you do a beauty pageant, hardly you can get 500 people or 1,000 people attending your event, if that's have your luck. But if we are doing with the platform, what we are calling as hybrid virtual beauty pageant, millions and millions of people going to watch you, be there for you, and it's a different environment, totally different environment, more professional environment. So girls, ladies, apa lagi? Jom,
Ayo, jangan
ayo,
tunggu lagi.
jangan tunggu.
Yeah, well said. So the platform is ready. So basically, in this platform, we provide you the fun, FUN fun. Enjoy all the fun that you're gonna get, all the knowledge, the skill you're gonna get. And on top of that, you also have second fun, FUND. The fun, the what? Kasa, macam kasa.
Paisa.
The fun.
Kasih.
That's the fun that you also can. Of course, most important thing is the business opportunity or the career opportunity that this platform is going to give you as compared to the conventional beauty pageant. Okay?
Every walk, every move they make, they're going to get paid from the public. Wow. That's the best part.
Okay, I think we have chat a lot. Thanks a lot, Rubern, for sharing or spending your time with us on air tonight.
Thank you.
Brian Lee. Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
Nandri.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the interview. And we'll see you again and with more interesting topics and all that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, good night, guys. Take care.
Okay. I'm Brian Lee, the Chain Networker, signing off from tonight. Bye-bye.